the Sam Heck was that weekend. It was one for the books, that's for sure. There was adventure, there was beautiful views, beauty, grace. What more could you ask for? And a long way home. So, let's see what happened.
Good morning. It is currently around 4:30 a.m. and we're off to go to the Pyrenees. It was looking for thunder. It's been lightning and thundering. Rainy here. Got my umbrella. Not super rainy, just kind of drizzling, but stormy. But I'm going off to the Pyrenees, which is at the top of Spain. So going to the meeting spot. Gotta hustle to get there. We leave at 5 a.m. So I got my little bag, got my bag backpack, my hiking shoes. So we're heading that way. Here we are, we in front of the football stadium. There it is. We just had like dinner at our van. And the van, here we go.
Football stadium. It's Spanish football, so it's a soccer stadium. We meet there and we pile into the van. We pile all our stuff in the back, and then we pile in. I get to sit in the front row in the middle because I was tiny. And so I sat there. We were like little sardines packed in. And then we took off. We drove for about 2 hours and then stopped for breakfast. Then we jumped back in the car for another 2 hours. And then we made a stop at this cute little town where I grabbed a smoothie and we hung out for about 30 minutes. And then we were back on the road where we came across this beautiful canyon, and Victor was the best and let us stop and take pictures of this waterfall. It was so pretty. Got lots of pictures. Back in the car, we saw some deers coming into the town of Espot. That's where we were staying. Our hotel, we couldn't check in till 3 and it was noon. So we just went and explored the town for a little bit. It was so beautiful. Just in this canyon, we met this doggy. He showed us around. After the mayor dog took us on a cute little tour, we stopped at this local restaurant for lunch. I got the meat cannoli for my starter, the sausage as my entree, and then this yummy, yummy dessert. It was like a creme brulee and it was so good. As you can see, I forgot to take a picture before I took a bite, but it was so good. Then we were able to check into our hotel. This was the view from my room. I was sharing it with one other girl. It was so pretty. And then I went and sat outside on the river and did some Spanish practice and homework and just enjoyed the mountain air. It was so pretty. I later then just went and walked around the town to explore, and you can see the sun was going down. It just was magical. Last for that day after the exploring, I just grabbed some dinner. I had some chicken and it was off to bed so we could do the hike the next day. Next morning, jumped up, got ready for the hike. I had my hiking boots, a sweater. I also wore a coat because we're in the mountains, so it's a little chilly. And then luckily the hotel had breakfast, so I went down and got a yummy breakfast. And then we jumped in the van so we could take our little drive up the mountain to get to the start of the trail. Here we are at the start of the trail, ready to go. We were marching along. It was so beautiful. You started in these trees here and then you crossed a bridge. We took a cute little group picture. And then you go through this field. We saw lots of animals. We saw horses and cows. It was super cool and beautiful. As we kept going, it definitely got hotter throughout the day and layers came off. By the end of the hike, I was in my t-shirt. There was gorgeous views, just so pretty.
and then we came on this lake and hung out here. We had a little snack and then went back up the trail. We saw this beautiful waterfall. And then you come across another little lake. We didn't stop at this one because we were really close to the top at that point. And we made it to the top and we got to enjoy our lunch with this view. It was so breathtaking. And then after lunch, we started the trek down. The hike took us most of the day, so then we went and got some pizza. I had my Hawaiian pizza, which was so good. And then for dessert, I had these churros. They were little balls, but as you can see, I ate most of them before I remembered to take a picture. And then it was off to bed, so we could do our next hike the next morning. Again, started with the yummy hotel breakfast, and then this one we just got to walk out of the town. You started in the meadow, and then we were walking to another little town. Hike also had breathtaking views. It was the other side of the canyon. And we hiked up, and then you also walk through this other cute little town on the way. And then you keep going along, still more breathtaking views. And then you come out on this road and you follow the road for a little bit and you have to get all the way down to the town that's at the bottom. And we saw a deer. Once we got to the town, we stopped and had lunch. I had a tuna sandwich, and then we had some kitty cats that joined us, and then we took a taxi back to the hotel. We weren't going to walk the 11 kilometers back. Once we got back to the hotel, we all enjoyed a nice glass of wine, and then we started getting ready for the barbecue. We barbecued meat, and it was super yummy and delicious, and then after that, we went to bed. The next day we had breakfast and had to pack up and say goodbye to Ispat. It was day 3. We were driving to another little town and some of us were going to do a via ferrata. It was a little bit smoky and foggy. You could smell the smoke, but we also think it was some fog in there too, which made it really pretty. And it was a very twisty road, so some of us were not feeling great. But you got to pass by these cute little cities and towns. And it just, again, feels like a fairy tale. It's so beautiful with the mountains in the back and these old styled buildings. It was so beautiful. Then it was time for the Via Ferrata. We got all our gear on and we were ready to go. This one was actually pretty scary. We first started going up these stairs and then we had to climb that tower. And so that was really actually terrifying. So here we are climbing up. We had to climb up that tower. Yeah, I was pretty scared at this point. It's very vertical, so you're just like hugging the wall. But those views make it worth it. And then, yep, you climb up the rocks. I had done one Via Ferrata before this, but this one really scared me. But it's so beautiful. And we did it! And then we had to hike down. And then we saw a fish farm, which was really cool. I'd never been that close to a fish farm, and it was for caviar. And then we were off. We had to go pick up the other people at this cute little town called Bahal. And it was another just cute little town, and we ate lunch here and explored. It was beautiful. After we were done exploring and having a sweet little treat, it was time to get back on the road. And this is when we ran into the rainstorm, which was wild. We were about 2 hours away from Valencia and it was just downpouring. We couldn't get through any of the roads. Then we ended up stopping at this McDonald's with all these people because we were all stranded. I was excited to try the McDonald's food because I had never had it before. And they came with this shaker bag and some sour cream like powder for the fries to shake, and it was gross. We just had to hang out at this McDonald's because, as you can see, it was just downpouring. And then luckily the emergency services did put up this place everyone could go who was displaced, because we had gotten to that McDonald's at 8 p.m. and by this time it was almost midnight. And as you can see, the roads are still just covered in water. And here we are, we get to the emergency spot and it's just in this gym and all these people are here and we're just hanging out. They give you some juice and then we just laid on the floor and hung out. We were there until about 2 a.m. and then we got back on the road because we were told that one of the roads had opened, but it would take you 4 hours. But we decided it was probably best to leave because it was supposed to start raining again. So made it back to Valencia. Yay, it's 6:30 a.m. Had to sleep in the car from 2 until now. I need to sleep, kind of slow. I'm so tired. Luckily, school is online today. I'm gonna go shower. I want to shower so bad. There's that, but what an adventure! Adventures out there! We did it! Via Ferrata! Again.
You can see I was a little delusional by the end of the trip. We left at 2 p.m. and got home at 6:30 a.m. So it was a really long travel day, but it was overall a really good trip, and the group I went with made it so fun and worthwhile. I definitely would recommend going to the Pyrenees. So that was what the Sam happened this weekend.